Welcome to the 34 Motorsports Product Showcase. We're proud to offer the full line of Simpson Racing safety products. The Shark Speedway is a perfect brain bucket to keep your melon as safe as possible. We carry every model and size of Hans device, and these have saved countless lives. The Hybrid Pro Lite is an alternative to the Hans device and is just as effective. The DNA 3-layer suit offers maximum protection when things get hot. And hey, dude, those comfy shoes won't help one bit when things go south. Keep those hands ready to work with a pair of Vortex FIA gloves meeting every current standard. From 5 to 7 points, we carry every one of the Simpson harnesses, keeping your rear end right where it should be. Keep all your gear clean and together with the helmet and FHR bag, and always be ready to hop in a race car. Visit 34motorsports.com and order today.
I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Highside Hustle right here on the National Racing Network. Yes, we're back after a week off with our boy Chris. Had to go do some vacationing in the sun in Florida. Apparently got a nice tan going on. Meanwhile, Piggy and I up here froze our ass off in central Pennsylvania. But we're all back
Vacation
together.
my ass.
My name is Bert Wojcik. That is Big Sexy Adam and Bert. Of course, Chris Graham, our executive producer. We are back here for another night, and yeah, it's good to be back, guys, and we have a lot to talk about. We'll get into Chris's shenanigans in Florida, because apparently he ran his ass off, allegedly. We had something happen at Grandview that kind of brought the light back to the place. New World Outlaw points leader. Posse scores his first win this year with the Outlaws, despite me in the comments on that one. What else do we have this weekend? Yeah, it was a pretty solid weekend of racing for only getting one night in there, Adam.
Yeah, definitely. Double D gets his second win in as many weeks at Lincoln, so kudos to him. Williams Grove rained out. Sucks, but what can you do? We'll get to it a little later on in the news and notes, but there's a lot of cancellations already for this weekend. Nothing local as of yet, but God only knows how much that's going to change. We got a lot of rain this week.
Yeah, we did. And I can tell because the sippy holes are filled out back. I didn't think it rained today, but when the sippy holes were filled in, but oh well. It's good. At least it's not in the basement, so we're good on that part. But we do have a great show lined up for you here tonight as well. They were supposed to be running this weekend, but they were one of the cancellations. But we're still going to preview because we were going to wrap up our month of March, even though we're in the first weekend of April. But we're going to round up our month of March with our Women's History Month here with our good friend Erin Noel from the Tezo All-Star Circuit of Champions by Mobile One. They were supposed to start up this weekend at Attica, but they got rained out, so that's got pushed to next weekend. But we'll talk to Erin about everything going on with the All-Stars. Can Sunshine repeat? what does Peck have for them? They got a solid schedule this year. They're in PA a lot, so we'll talk to Erin a lot about that. And then right after Erin, we're going to have our good friend, also from Dirt Track Digest and the Big Diamond Speedway, which opens up this Friday night. Looking forward to that for their 50th anniversary season. The great Kenny Bruce will be joining us a little bit later on. We're going to talk some modifieds and Big Diamond as well. So, but let's, I guess, kick it off, Adam, with some modifieds. Where we were at last Saturday night, pretty much everything rained out Friday night. We said, all right, let's do this. Let's do this Saturday night thing, and we went to the Hill in Betchelsville. And first of all, fantastic race, but it's usually the racing's a story of Grandview. Not this time. Those new LED lights, man alive. I know that, the whole thing about, you got to talking of a track. Sometimes it can get a little, old or repetitive or whatever you want to call it. But the improvement just a light makes is incredible. Grandview looks like a whole new racing facility with that brand new lighting system in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can really tell all of the drivers had nothing but great things to say about it that we talked to. As a photographer, I really enjoyed it because I didn't have to put my flash on. That lighting makes a world of day. And there's Jared Umpenhauer actually posted a video of his in-car. And if you look at that compared to an older in-car video, it is insane, the difference between the two.
Yeah, it really is. I think it's incredible just see the night-day difference. I mean, I go back and look at just some of the videos I took from Grandview last year at the Sixer, and the infield itself. I mean, it's just incredible. And your pictures too, like we were just standing like in awe and amazement at how much of a difference that light makes. You can go all night, no flash whatsoever. Even in Victory Lane, you can go no flash. I mean, you could before. I mean, you had to have a pretty good ISO on your camera to really make it work. But this time, you really can make it work. It's basically like the light you get at Port Royal. That's the best thing you can really compare it to. That light, BAPS even too. They have the Musco lighting in there down BAPS as well. So it really, I mean, it just made a tremendous difference. We were talking to Brad Missimer a little bit after the races there. He was very, very pleased with it. A couple changes. He said he's got to make a couple tilts, but I think for a first night out, there's really wasn't too much changes they had to make there.
No, they were damn near spot on. And even the areas that needed to be adjusted just a teensy bit made for some really neat photography because there was like, if you'd hit it, like you can get kind of half the car in it and half the car out of the little light pocket. And it made like a really nice kind of flare to the photo. But yeah, overall, man, I mean, I think it's going to improve safety on the track because you're going to be able to, the driver is going to be able to see a lot better. And they're not done putting lights in yet. They're doing the pit area with the LEDs, and I'm assuming some of the parking lot. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, man, I mean, not to keep kind of talking about it here because we're kind of getting long-winded with it, but yeah, it's definitely a massive upgrade that it needed desperately, and I think it's going to pay dividends to the track for many years to come.
No, I don't think you're getting long-winded on it because I think that is good information to tell the people about it. But also, I think it's something that you got to praise Grandview for. People have always said, Grandview, where's the money going from Grandview? I mean, they're making all this money. Well, now they're putting it's back in the track here. Literally, it is back in the track. You can see what they did. I'm glad to see they put some lights in the parking lot. That's going to be a massive, massive upgrade as well. The period definitely needs the lights. Me personally, I'd like to see a couple down the backstretch yet, kind of like how they have on the front stretch, facing inward. But then again, I guess it'd be kind of hard for the fans on the front stretch to see down the backstretch with the light shining in your eyes. But they have the covers for that. But I really think that, backstretch, but the pit area parking lot, I think that'd be two massive, massive things. I know how dark it is getting out of Grandview sometimes, but that'd be awesome. But yeah, we got a race to talk about at Grandview as Craig Von Doren wins a very, very good race at Grandview over Timmy Buckwalter. And Timmy had that race really in the bag for the longest time there until about lap 47 of the Bruce Rogers Moneymaker, which is 60 laps, celebrating Grandview's 60th year this year. It was a good race. The track was actually, I thought Kenny and Brad and the whole crew did a phenomenal job on the surface. A little bit of a hole going into one, but they've really made
Yeah, but
some
that little bit of a
characteristics of track.
hole gave it, it gave it some character. It was definitely elbows up getting into turn one, which was neat. You see that at Grandview a lot, and you're used to that characteristic, but it was gnarly and it looked cool as shit and made for some interesting content.
Of course, it always does when you find the hole going into a corner there. No matter what track you do, it always kind of get some janky pictures and all that. But I would have liked to see Timmy did not get the flat to see if he could have held off Craig. I kind of think he could have because he was holding off Craig pretty good until the tire went down. Even on the restarts, he was really good. And Craig and Strunk were having a heck of a battle on the restarts. It seemed like whoever had the high side in the restarts had the advantage. And they were just put on a typical Strunk Von Doren battle at Grandview. But yeah, track kind of, I think it cleaned off on the bottom towards the end there, and Strunk really couldn't close in on Von Doren to get the win. But a very, very exciting way to open up the Grandview season.
Yeah, definitely. And this weekend you have the first points race of the season, and that should be super interesting. The points battle last year was definitely one of the closest ones we've had in recent memory between Howard, CVD, and Cressley. It's I don't know. I think if Cressley has just a teensy bit more consistency, I think he can definitely pull off the championship because, like I said, he was super close last year. But we'll see. You have your big three down there. There's CVD, Strunk, and Howard. We'll see how the season shakes out. I'd be shocked if we weren't talking to a new track champion down there this year.
I wouldn't be shocked either, but I feel like I feel like more Craig and Strunk than Howard for the first time in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Howard and that Getz car, they are having all sorts of problems. It seems like they just cannot get the bugs fixed out of this car. I hope for the best for them. I really do. I thought it was so refreshing last year at the Moneymaker when we were there to get the win there, but it really kind of didn't help their season out too much. I mean, it helped out a good bit, but I thought Dwayne pulling off early really surprised me. But there was only I think we counted. There was 10 cars gone in the first 21 laps of that feature, and they ran the first 21 laps green. But there was already 10 or 11 cars gone by that point. And so you're really going to have a chance to get in lap traffic because it took no provisionals, no, what else they didn't take? No, what else?
Previous winners, nothing like that.
Winners, all that stuff. Basically, your 24 cars.
If you make that race a points race, changes the ball game.
Yeah.
You
probably get
when you pay that good to start, you get your money and you get out. Why risk tearing
I
up your shit?
understand too from Grandview's point is that you can't pay for visuals and all that stuff, right? 1,000 to win person. I mean, my God, you won't be making any money on that stuff. So I understand why they went with the 24 starters on that. But I would have liked to see it get the lap traffic. I really would have. I thought in lap traffic, Timmy was really good in lap traffic. Even Dougie Manmiller, you got to give Dougie Manmiller some credit there. Doug ran a very, very good race to start off the year too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, you make that a points race, and that changes the scenario for everything. You're not going to have as many cars pull off as did last weekend, because it changes it up a little bit. In the points battle, even though it's the first race of the year, every spot matters every time you hit the track. So, I don't know. I think you can definitely avoid it. Let's say that. You can avoid the amount of cars to pull off. But when you're paying that kind of money to start, can you blame people?
One bit. No, not one bit. But you also had some really good racing there to go along with it. So, it was worth it. Well worth it. So, yeah, as Adam said, Grandview's back in action this Saturday night with the TP Trailer Modifieds, and Sportsman's are back for their points opener this week. So the chase for the Grandview title begins on a Saturday night. And so some other things we saw over the weekend, as Adam said before, we saw, we watched on the way home. Brent Marks picked up the World of Outlaws win down at the Devil's Bowl Speedway on Saturday night. So good win for Brent. Posse takes home one outlaw win so far this year. The first outlaw win.
Yeah, good on Brent. And that's the 20 G's is a big payday. It's hard enough to go out on the road and travel, but in the same aspect, if you can go out and steal a win from the best racers on the planet.
Did you know something though? There was some shenanigans going on Twitter and afterwards.
The shenanigans.
The Hoosier logo was knocked off of Brent's car, or taped on, or I should say, had a line through it. And then Brent also took off the Hoosier neckband. So I'm sure Hoosier was very happy with that. But it's a statement.
I'm sure they were.
We'll get into it. I'm sure we'll get into it in news and notes. Finches Meat Markets news and notes here, which we'll do that. We'll do that right now here. Hoosier obviously put prices again. And yeah, it's a bad time. It's just a bad time. But the race is so good right now. That's the thing, and it sucks. I feel like it's going to play into a problem with this coming down the road.
It is. It really is, simply for the fact that you up the prices during the season. The season already started. A lot of these racers have budgets that they set for the year. It's a shame because, if, say you have 10 grand for a tire budget. This is just an example. I'm sure there's teams that spend a hell of a lot more than 10 grand on tires a season. But you have 10 grand budgeted for tires and they jack the prices up 2 months into the season. Where's that extra money going to come from? You're going to have to take it away from another area of your racing budget to supply the demand for tires. And, you kind of need tires to race. I don't know. It just sucks all the way around because you get these increased prices with that and a 55-gallon drum of alcohol or methanol, whatever you decide to run in your fuel tank. That prices of that's going up. You can't get parts for motors. And I mean, heck, Ryan Taylor just posted the other day that he's not going to have his 410 motor back until probably late April, early May. I mean, that's just nuts to think about when he's more than likely been trying to get ready since early February.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that because I'm happy to have Ryan with URC a good bit this year, so
yeah,
I'm happy for that. But it does suck. It does suck trying to do the whole parts thing.
It's also ultimately going to hurt the little guys. The big money teams, they'll be able to swing it, but it's
like everything
it's
else
nuts.
in America. It's like everything else in America, always trying to kill the little guy. So, but all right, what else we got on Finches news and notes? We'll go into that here since we're not gonna have much time after we get done with Kenny Aaron coming up here in just a little bit.
Well, what we have, a lot of cancellations. Attica and the All Stars postponed till next weekend. Kokomo Grand Prix at obviously Kokomo for the USAC midgets was canceled due to cold weather for the weekend. It's nuts. I mean, April showers bring May flowers, but you're also getting the cold and the rain and just nasty, miserable weather to start April here, and it's going to be tough sledding, I think, to get races going. Yeah.
When you look at the 7 day, you watch Peter Rubright on the weather on YSL in the morning. By the way, shout out to Peter for the shout out he gave us last week, and also he's pretty pissed that he had Adam, so go console your son. You look at that, you see, okay, on, Friday, 50s, Saturday, 50s, Sunday, low 50s, both Saturday, Sunday, low 50s, Monday, mid 60s. Like, kiss my ass, Mother Nature. And all next week, 70s, I just saw on the 7-day forecast tonight, now, obviously 7 days out, but 70s almost all next week, 50s next weekend. Are you shitting me? Mother Nature's a whore.
It's that wonderful time of year.
I hate it.
One of my personal favorites out of the news and notes this week. Console game coming for the 5th gen consoles on the Xbox Series S and X and the PlayStation 5 is that the World of Outlaws are teaming up with Monster Games and iRacing to make a console game, which I think is going to be absolutely badass, because if they can get the physics from iRacing onto a console game, which I recently got one of the newer 5th gen consoles, and the physics and how smooth they run is incredible. So I'm really hoping they kind of hopefully mesh iRacing into the console system now that these new gaming systems can obviously run a very high powered video game like that.
Yeah. And also, by the
Another
way, screw them for putting on April Fool's Day. That was
Oh, dude, I
genius.
would have been
But
so
I was
pissed if
about
that
ready to
was
go.
like a legit April Fool's thing.
Oh,
Like, I would have been
I put out a
salty.
tweet. I said I will go and Stone Cold Stunner every son of a bitch of World Racing Group, but that was an April Fool's joke. But I'm happy
Yeah.
for it. By the way, for those of you who know, Monster Games was also, I believe, the title of the last couple of Tony Stewart games that came out. And they were pretty good. Or helped out Tony, and also
Yeah,
the
but
NASCAR Heat
the
games.
the the physics could have been
But
a
them
little
and the
bit better,
iRacing
but
together, that's
it
massive.
was also, yeah, it would the physics on that side of things were also for a 4th gen console, which they were good, but they aren't great. I mean,
Yeah.
you saw when you were over here the other day the physics on just a Series S, which isn't even the better of the two Xboxes, just how quick it processed Formula One.
Yeah.
And how just insane the graphics are. So I'm really looking forward to see how this game from iRacing and Monster turns out.
Hey, it's got a lot to beat with 2002. It has a lot to beat with World Outlaws
Yes,
2002.
it definitely
If it's
does.
even close to it,
I I think they'll knock it
that's
out
what
of
it
the
was.
park that way. But when you have the big brand of iRacing backing something, it better have the physics and the gameplay and the real feel like iRacing does.
I agree.
That's all I hope for.
I agree. All right, what do we got?
Selinsgrove Ford offer a $5,000 bonus to any driver who is able to finish in the top 10 during all PA Speed Week races.
Good on Seals Ford. Good on Seals
Yeah,
Ford. I like that. That's they're a good business up there. They're a good racing business.
absolutely.
I'll go support them without a doubt. But good on Seals. Good on that. What was that $5,000 bonus you said for anyone that can finish? That's
Yep, yep.
wow. That's
$5,000 bonus to any driver who is able to finish in the top 10 during all PA Speed Week races,
so
which
if I'm right for
isn't
Speed
an
Week
easy
title, I
task.
think that's $5,000. I think that's $5,000. It's either 5 or 10 grand for the Speed Week title. I think it's five.
Yeah, something like that.
So say you finish in the top 10 all week. So basically, there's a really good chance whoever wins Speed Week
But
title is going to walk
let's
away with 10
also be
grand.
honest here. If you finish in the top 10 during every PA Speed Week race, there's a strong possibility you're also going to win the PA Speed Week title, because
Yes.
you need consistency, and there's a lot of drivers that only run one or
Well,
two tracks during Speed Week because that's where it is. Or that's where
I'm
they
pretty sure that's how
predominantly
Danny
race.
won
That's
it
what they're used
last
to.
year. Pretty sure that's
So
how Danny won it last year.
it'll be interesting to say the least, because I think it'll also create a bigger incentive to run all of Speed Week.
Mhm.
You're
Yes,
you're
I
not,
agree, and
hopefully you're not just going to have the
I hope it
guys that
does.
like run Williams Grove both times, run Port Royal both times, and run Lincoln. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you skip out on Hagerstown, Grandview, Selinsgrove. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and hopefully things will be start leveling out by the summer. You can get
Yes.
So I mean that's a hope, anyways. That's big hope there. But yeah, so good on Seals go forward. Hopefully that does, as you said, Adam, go out there and entice people to go and run with Speed Week for the entire week. So fingers crossed on that.
Yeah. Another cancellation. Lucas Oil late model cancels the Hillbilly 100 tomorrow at Tyler County Speedway due to rain and more rain. I mean, it rained just as hard as it did down there up here, and more rain in the forecast tomorrow for down there. So that sucks. Big fan of the next one here. An additional $30,000 has been added to the Super Dirt Week purse, split between the Sportsman, Pro Stocks, and 358 divisions. so that's pretty rad.
I don't understand this. All right, so everyone's bitching about how the economy is so shit, but yeah, all these series are added money back to it. It's the worst. It's the best thing, but also it's the worst thing at the time.
It's the best thing to happen, but in the same aspect, might be the worst possible season for this all to be happening. And with the prices of everything going up, I mean, it's laughable at best. But kudos to World Racing Group for continuously adding on here. They've been adding money to what seems like every other damn event for the season. So it was only fitting that they finally announced that they're going to add some more money into the Super Dirt Week purse. I just saw that Erin logged in, so last thing I have for news and notes this week is Billy Decker, CVD, and Don June will be added to the New England Dirt Modified Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yep. So I think that's sometime this summer, but yeah.
Well, good. I did see CBD go in there, so that's good. So good on that. Yeah, good on that. So, but all right, folks. Well, we are trying to get Erin in here. Apparently we're having some issues getting with that. So, let's while we're waiting, make sure that we get Erin rolled in here. This weekend, we saw Logan Widener get his first win at Port Royal, and Colton Flinner, he's on a roll right now at Port Royal, 3 in a row up there on the late model side of things.
Yeah, he's definitely getting after it. It's one thing to win 3 races a season, but to win 3 in a row to start off the season, it's damn impressive.
Yeah, I agree. And Logan, good win on him as well. Yeah, it's gonna be fun up there, I think, between him and Macri. And then also you have Dietrich get a win down there at Lincoln, 2 in a row for Double D down there.
Ellen Grace is saying hi on Facebook.
Oh, hey, Alan, what's going on? What's going on? It's actually race for a flag behind us here. So, all right, well, let's do this. As we're working on Erin, Chris, can we tune up a commercial break? And if we get Erin in here, we'll bring her back. If not, we'll just keep shooting the shit a little bit. So we'll tune up a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Hopefully, with Erin Noel from Tezo All-Star Circuit Champions. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching the Highside Hustle right here on the National Racing Network.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, the Highside Hustle right here on the National Racing Network. And Bert Wojcik, Adam Rubright are back with you. And we are just finishing button up, getting Erin Noel here on the Fredericksburg Eagle Hotline. And there she is. Hi, Erin.
Hey. How are you guys?
What's going on there, girl?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. How you doing, girl?
Okay, good.
How you doing?
I'm good, good. You?
Pretty good, pretty good. It looks like you're enjoying your rain out weekend so far already.
I know, right? Like, what do I do? Another
sucks.
weekend off? I don't know.
Mother Nature sucks. We were just talking about it at the end of our last segment there. You know how I know this isn't the game you play. You play this game in April, but it's still, it sucks. It absolutely sucks. You get so hyped up, especially for you guys. You guys haven't ran since February, and now you gotta wait another week, hopefully, and pray the weather works.
Well, I think last year we were pretty good. Actually, we were pretty good until middle of the summer, so we really can't complain on that. But yeah, we would really like to get the season going. We've been working really, really hard in the shop, so I mean, what can you do? I'd rather have them now than later on in the year.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, anyway, folks, Erin Noel from the Tezo All-Star Circuit Champions by Mobile One. New sponsor this year. Happy for that. But All-Stars this year are, I think, all right, so let me circle back here. We got to go back to our last year's show.
Okay.
None of us had anything about Sunshine, if I'm correct, right?
We didn't.
Nobody had
We
anything
did not.
idea
No.
about and Sunshine goes out and absolutely kicks everyone's ass. It was
I know.
awesome.
I think the highlight of last year's show with you was Eliason and Peck. Which one of those two were going to be the champion? And out of nowhere, Tyler Courtney. What?
Yeah, you're right. I wasn't expecting that at all.
No, seriously. I mean, you have a guy that comes in there, barely any wing sprint car experience. He goes in and wipes the field up. I mean, you saw most of the shows there. That had to be a lot of fun, especially coming out of left field like that.
I think he's pretty talented regardless of whatever he does. I think he's going to be awesome in the late model too.
That's right.
But he did shock us all. I'm not going to lie. But it's really great because it's really good for our series. He is awesome with the fans, awesome with the other drivers, and he's pretty level-headed. So it was really awesome to see him grow. And moving forward this year, I think he'll have another stellar year. But moving in his future, I think he's going to be a badass driver regardless of what he gets into.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess we'll keep it on the same realm of new people because Courtney, shocked us last year. What are your thoughts on adding Wyndham and KTJ for this season?
I'm pretty pumped about Wyndham. I think it's pretty cool. I think he is going to be another one of those crossover for us from USAC and non-wing. I think KTJ is going to. I think he's going to do really well. I think he's actually going to be the one that surprises us all. I think so.
You know what? That's not a terrible pick on that one. I think we saw it last year with Sunshine. Obviously, it surprised all of us. But, we had KTJ on the show, about a month ago or something like that when he announced he was coming in PA. And he's like, boy, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about this. He goes out. If his power steering doesn't come out, he gets a top 5 in PA. I mean, that's no easy feat there, Erin. I mean,
he's not afraid to win, and that's awesome.
He's not. And I think that, is it out of the realm possibility to say that KTJ gets maybe 2 wins this year?
No, not at all. I am expecting more.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of tracks in the All-Star Series that kind of fit his driving style and what he likes to do with the car. So, I mean, I'm sure the first couple times he sees the track, he'll struggle with it until he gets his head about him. But towards the end of the season, I really think you can count him in for some wins.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
I think Lincoln's going to be a place to go. Obviously, he has a win at Bloomsburg when you guys are in here next 2 weeks. So I expect him to be kind of strong there. Wyndham hit another one. I think at least I'll go in there 2 wins to be on the conservative side on that, but I think that that could be bumped up as well. What do you think?
I think it's fair game for him as well. I think, honestly, I think it's fair game for all of our guys because they've all raced with each other now for a full year. We've been to the same tracks. There's a few that are new, obviously, but we have a great set of guys that can easily go out and win 2 or 3 at any given time, 3 in a row. Shoot, I mean, we have a very, very tough field this year, but it's really great because we have the same tough guys too.
Definitely, you have that almost familiarity with 9/10 of the guys that are going to be doing the series, and then you only add 2 more big names with KTJ and Wyndham. So
Actually, 3. You're missing Scott too.
oh
So
yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
Scott
Oh my God,
Poblisky.
how did
yeah,
I forget about that?
Or wait,
I
Scott
love the
Poblisky or
man.
Scotty
So
Seal?
yeah, I've been friends with him since I worked for the Outlaws, and he's a cool guy. I'm happy to have him on tour.
Absolutely. The series just keeps growing, man. I love it for you guys. It's just, it's a good bunch of people there too, and it shows with the racing, the support you guys get. No matter where you go, you guys are getting full fields almost everywhere, and I just think it goes to show, as shitty as everything is with the economy right now, my God, is racing in a good spot. I think, hopefully it stays that way, but racing, especially even some traveling series like the Outlaws. I think the competition there is about as tight as it's been in a long time. Your guys, the Tezo All Stars, they're going to be tight this year. I think and your car counts are going to be. I expect very, very good car counts out of you guys, but I just think racing's in a great spot right now. Honestly, traveling or local, it's great.
Uh, yeah, I agree with that. I know that there's some issues I don't want to touch upon,
Mm-hmm.
tires and all that, but it's I think we're headed in the right way for sure. If we keep the momentum up for all of us, local, non, series, sanctioned, whatever, I think we're headed to the right way.
How many guys you got signed on full time this year?
14,
Ooh,
14, 13, 14. Oh my gosh, I don't know. That's some math. That's not my
that's a
thing. I think
that's a
14. Yeah, 14.
that's a pretty damn good. That's really good.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's 14. You know what? 13's jumping out of my head. I don't know. And that's so funny. I just asked Walls this right before I left, so I knew. And I don't remember.
Oh, it's just going to show no one listened to Eric Walls. The thing, nobody
I,
listens to Eric Walls.
I don't. I hope he's watching because I don't.
He doesn't listen to us anyways. What the hell? So nobody does. Well, speaking of 13, we'll talk about that kid. Justin Peck, obviously picked up the win at their classic. Has a win already at Williamsburg. Really good at Central PA to start the year. I know we touched on him last year. And I don't want to put the jinx on him because we kind of did that last year.
Yeah, I
Could
know.
Justin Peck fight for this championship this year? I
Absolutely.
really think he will.
Absolutely. If he has his mindset to it, which I know he does, he could easily take anybody. Like I said, anybody can in our series. That's the best part about our series. It's not, the same driver, the same teams that are constantly winning. It's anybody.
Yeah,
Could be,
I
Eliason one night, could be Peck one night. Shoot, it could be KTJ, Wyndham. I mean, Kyle Reinhardt, he pulled off a few. I mean,
Yes.
it's anybody.
I think long term this season, looking towards the points championship, I think Eliason has a lot to prove after kind of a subpar 2021 season. So I honestly think he's going to be one to watch out for. I think he has a little bit of redemption in him.
Oh yeah, they've been running pretty well over in the West Coast too. But he's also very familiar with those tracks. He grew up there. He has fan support. I know his family was there. Um, I think you're right. I think they have a lot to prove and a lot to show. And I know that they are working very hard behind the scenes to improve.
Yeah, that's a team that really they fight and claw. And like I said, I really thought that was going to be their season last year. And as we
Yeah.
said, Sunshine just comes in and wipes everyone up. But I feel like this year's schedule, again, a very awesome schedule for you guys here. You said some new tracks. You go to some old favorites. You're in Pennsylvania. It seems like almost every other weekend this year, and I
I,
love
I
it.
know I need to take up residency. Like I am there all the time, I feel.
You do.
And I love Pennsylvania, so I am all for it.
You really should take up residency out here. You really should.
I would love it.
As much as you guys are
I would
winning.
love it.
So, let's go.
Yeah, I love
Let's go. Make it
Pennsylvania.
happen.
So we'd go to Hershey World every weekend, just saying. But
As the
but
way the season's starting off this year, you may have a lot of time at Hershey at Chocolate World this year. The
I'm
way the
all
season's
for
starting off.
that. You can ask anybody on any one of my series guys. They all know I'm a Hershey World person.
Who doesn't love Hershey? Who
And
doesn't
I
love
love
We
the
just
Hershey?
canceled
Amish.
it.
Yeah,
We
see,
just canceled at
the
Williams Grove.
Amish.
We just
I
canceled at
love the
Williams Grove.
Amish.
Where's Aaron going? Like darting into a rental car to go to Hershey?
Absolutely. I did that a couple times. Was it that one weekend that we like washed out except one night? I was at Hershey World 2 days. That's right now. I love it. I
There's
love the
enough you can
free
see in
ride.
Hershey.
I
Yes.
love the free ride. I love it.
And literally, it's like 20 minutes from the Grove or whatever. So yeah, it's not that
Yeah.
bad wherever y'all are
No, it's
staying at. So
fantastic.
it's not that bad. But yeah, Pennsylvania, that's going to really decide the championship this year. And I know our guys are going to throw a good bit of a fight into it as well. You're back with their classic this year. It's really Pennsylvania's really going to be a determination on this championship, especially Tuscarora 50, which by the way. Um, let's touch on that last year because we had Logan Widener both or two shows with you guys last year.
Yep.
Especially Lance's issues at the end of the 50, but
Yeah.
Logan's really coming to his own, ain't he, out here, and especially with you guys too. He's ran very well with you guys.
Yeah. He's awesome. I love Logan. I think he's a great guy. I love his little merchandise videos. I think they're so funny. Uh, but
Great.
I think he's a big one at Port that our guys kind of have to fear.
I agree with that. All right, where are we looking forward to going this year? I mean, you got to pick a couple dates. What's the ones that fans got to look out for this year?
The Tusky, obviously. I think
Mm-hmm.
that just stands by itself with us. I think it's just an awesome event. Bloomsburg, I'm pretty pumped about that one.
Yeah, from Bloomsburg. That's a good one.
Lake of the Ozarks. I really love that area. So I know that Cap had won last year, and was it somebody else? Zeb? Was it Zeb
I think
that
it
won
was
the next day? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really racy joint. It's a racy joint. So
hopefully it's not like as rough as we've seen it down there when you guys are there.
yeah.
Didn't it
Yeah.
get
I
some
guess
kind of
we'll
rain
know
when it
this
was
weekend.
that rough?
I think it rained
Oh,
all
that's
weekend
right.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how the Outlaws are this weekend there.
I believe so.
But that's it. Lincoln. I love Pennsylvania. See, I could just live and race there every weekend. I'd be fine.
Come on out. Jello shots are waiting for you. Jello shots are waiting for you.
Oh God.
I know. Oh my God. The amount of jello shots we had that one day. It was so crazy.
So Natty opening. Erin, she's in her camper with Scott and Bailey and our friend AJ. I gotta say AJ because it's not my device over here, but the same name will go off and yell at me. So we're in there and AJ makes jello shots and she does not know that Erin and I are going shot for shot and we waste all the jello shots before anyone else can have any of them.
Hey.
But
that's cruel.
Let's talk about that. That was your first Natty
do.
Open too, right?
I am winning that. So.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh yes, I did.
Ooh.
Yes, I did. Ask anybody. I was.
To be
that was your
fair,
first-
I mean, he was probably already trashed before you even started doing that.
Oh yeah, we started pretty early in the day.
We did start pretty early in the day. I cracked my first one at 9:00.
Okay, well I didn't do. Who's Aaron's victor? Oh, you, Tyler.
You can't say Tyler. You can't say T-Money.
Chad.
There you go.
He knows.
But no, that was your first Natty, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, not working. I've never been to Bear Hill, so that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Hey.
I know, right? But I'm always working. I always have a uniform on. So it's. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm planning on going back this year, so.
Come on out. You know where we'll be at.
Hopefully,
You know where we're gonna
hopefully
have.
Donnie will win. So, and then I can just take my happy ass over to victory lane.
That would get pretty wild. That would get really wild
Yeah.
out there. I wouldn't wear shorts just for your health and safety. I wouldn't wear your TSR stuff, but I wouldn't wear shots gear. Just
Yeah.
I
Things
I
might
did.
get a little
I
dicey.
came out alive, so
you did come out alive. You did.
I did.
Barely. We all came out alive. Our livers definitely hardened after that weekend, but
Yeah, that was pretty
Liquid
fun. Yeah.
IV and maybe an actual like steady IV drip is needed after either Knoxville or the National Open.
Chili Bowl.
by the way, rough.
What?
Chili Bowl was rough. Oof.
Chili Bowl. You know what? I drank one drink the whole Chili Bowl this year.
Even then, I feel like the Chili Bowl hangover would be like just enough to like keep you from
Oh,
drinking all weekend.
I don't know what they did. It was very ventilated this year, so I can't. I did not get sick, so
So
I
no
didn't have the
Chili Bowl
flu.
flu for Erin?
Nope.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. I always get it.
Hey, do you ever drink that? I know we're on the subject of, we should be talking All Stars with Erin Noel from the All Star Circuit of Champions on the Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel Hotline.
Right,
but
everyone's gonna
this is
think
what
I'm an
happens when it
alcoholic,
goes
and I'm
off the
not.
rails here. We got our All Star talking, but now we're having a good time here. But by the way, that drink, that stuff you had in Knoxville, with the Skittles. You ever drink that?
Oh, the Skittles vodka.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was gone. Yeah,
that
it was
good.
really
Okay.
great with Sprite. So,
It was.
yeah, it was gone.
It was really
Yeah.
good with Sprite. That was. Oh,
Yeah.
well, Aaron, we're gonna let you roll here because we got a hard off here, and plus our next guest is ready to roll. Tell us where we
Alright.
can all find information, and tell us where we can watch the All Stars and all that good stuff.
Every race live on Flow Racing. That's the best bang for your buck right there. AllStarSprints.com, and all of our social media channels are ASC or All Star Circuit of Champions, or yeah, I think it's just All Star Circuit of Champions, all of them. So, but every race live on Flow.
Hold on, I just got a message for you here from Bailey. What was that? Hold on, she just said, tell her she's at the camper this year, and Bailey will be your personal bartender.
Oh, I'd love that. A plus. I'll slip her some hundies in there for sure.
She made some bang drinks this year.
Yeah.
Drinks. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why I don't remember.
No, you just do that on your own.
Saturday night. Yeah. So anyway, Erin, you're fantastic. We will see you in 2 weeks or when you guys are in here.
Yes.
Love you guys. Safe travels. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, Erin. There she goes. Erin
Bye.
Noel from the Ted's All-Star Circuit Champions, presented by Mobile One. Of course, they'll be going out next weekend at the Attica Raceway Park. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to get our second guest in here. From Dirt Track Digest, you read his articles all the time, folks, and all that good stuff. Kenny Bruce will be joining us here in just a few minutes. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching the Highside Hustle.
I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
Welcome to the 34 Motorsports Product Showcase. we're proud to offer the full line of Simpson Racing safety products. The Shark Speedway is a perfect brain bucket to keep your melon as safe as possible. We carry every model and size of Hans device, and these have saved countless lives. The Hybrid Pro Lite is an alternative to the Hans device and is just as effective. The DNA 3-layer suit offers maximum protection when things get hot. And hey, dude, those comfy shoes won't help one bit when things go south. Keep those hands ready to work with a pair of Vortex FIA gloves meeting every current standard. From 5 to 7 points, we carry every one of the Simpson harnesses, keeping your rear end right where it should be. Keep all your gear clean and together with the helmet and FHR bag, and always be ready to hop in a race car. Visit 34motorsports.com and order today.
Don't do the Twitter anymore.
Gotcha. Anyway, folks, we're back here with on the Highside Hustle for Big Sexy Adam Rubery, and our guest here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, you read his articles all the time on Dirt Track Digest. He helps out at Big Diamond, do all the media stuff up there. Not social media. That's what we were at. That's what he said about the Twitter stuff. The great Kenny Bruce has joined us here. We're going to talk some mud thrills. Kenny, welcome into the Highside Hustle again, my friend.
Hey, how you doing, Adam? How you doing, Bert? Glad to be with you guys. Glad to help out.
Hey, great, and let's get it right off the bat here. Tomorrow night, Big Diamond opening up 50th anniversary season here in Coal Country. Very, very excited to see what Big Diamond has in store for 2022.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good year, I believe. You know, hopefully Mother Nature will help us out a little bit this year. But yeah, tomorrow night the opener should be a good one. We have planning on having a lot of modifieds show up. I know like Frank Cosey's coming, Doug Van Miller, Ryan Godown's going to be there, Billy Pouch Jr. We should have a really good field of cars tomorrow, and hopefully, you know, it's raining pretty good now. Hopefully, Jake has the track prepped, and so the water runs off of it, and we can get her in. 'Cause it's supposed to be nice tomorrow, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little cool, but nothing, no percentage of rain wise anyway. But like you said, it all matters of Jake has the track ready to go and prepped, and ultimately, you know, how's the grounds going to be? I mean, it might be kind of treacherous to be a photographer tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I told somebody else, one of the other photographers texted me about something. I said, oh, bring your wading boots if you're going in the infield.
Bring the mud boots.
oh, they're already in the back of my truck. They've been since opening day at Lincoln.
It's not going to be a good croc night tomorrow night. Definitely not going to be a good croc
No,
night.
no Crocs tomorrow night.
No Crocs tomorrow night. No, definitely got to break out the muck boots. But hey, you know, Big Diamond itself, as you said, you guys are looking for a big year this year. I looking at your schedule. You know, modifieds obviously are king up there, but I love the diversity you guys are having. Super late models up there. A couple, 2 410 shows this year, which obviously we're both looking forward to. Return to Super Dirt Car Series, of course, Coal Cracker. You know, there is a lot to look forward to at Big Diamond this year.
Yeah, and there's really something for everybody. If you're a late model fan, we got them 2 or 3 times with the supers and the crates. If you're an open wheel fan, we got sprint cars. We got the East Coast, and you know, we got a lot of good stuff up there this year. And of course, like you say, modified rule the roost up there, and you know, we got some good paying shows. Openers 4,000. Next week's the Money in Mountains. That's 12,000. Super Dirt Series, Preludes of Coal Cracker, Georgie Stevenson. And then always, you know, obviously the Coal Cracker at the end of the year. So, you know, somebody can come up there and they can make some, you know, good money for modifieds this year.
Absolutely, and I'm really looking forward to that Super Dirt Car Series race. I mean, I think you're going to get the best of the best out of Pennsylvania and surrounding areas come in and try and knock off one of the Super Dirt Car regulars.
Yeah, and it's also the Super Dirt Car Series a little more exciting this year because we got 2 guys from down our area that are going to run it all year, and Mike Guller and Alex Jankowski. So that gives, you know, the people down here in, you know, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area, Delaware, that gives us somebody to root for. I know what it was like when Ryan Godown ran it a couple years ago, and you know, because we know I know the New York guys. I talk to Matt and Stu and all them guys, but it's different when you have somebody that you talk to on a weekly basis running up there.
Yeah.
It gives you a little more rooting interest in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, go ahead, Adam.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you're right, Kenny, with the whole rooting interest thing. Yeah, I mean with Yankowski and Mike on there, I mean that's really it kind of gives people down this way interest into it, and I feel like that this is their car series market, obviously, because a lot of it has to do, I feel like, with the tire issue. So a couple different other rules that separates New York and Pennsylvania and New Jersey. But yeah, it is good to see some local kids go up there, like Yankowski, like Mike. But that Alex Yankowski kid, man, I tell you what a talent he's becoming. Big wins at Bridgeport. Obviously, the youngest ever to win the Coal Cracker. Got a win last year at Charlotte. I mean, this kid is on his way to something big, ain't he?
Yeah, he is for sure, and he's off to a little bit of a slow start this year, but I don't worry about him at all. This kid's got talent. He works hard at his craft, and I've talked to his father, and his father will go by his bedroom at 11 o'clock at night and hear him on the phone with a guy out in California doing shocks. So the kid's really putting his all into it, and I think he's going to do really well. He's gonna if he can get a consistent top 10 finisher with that caliber of drivers up there, I think that's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely, and same can go for Mikey Goulart. He's been running really well in the short track Super Series as of late, and I think he's going to take what he learned out traveling the last couple of years and kind of apply it to Super Dirt Car with, obviously the change between the American Racers and the Hoosiers and all that stuff. But I look for him to have a pretty good season on the tour as well.
Yeah, I think he will. He's been running. He's been running the Hoosiers a little more lately, and he's gotten much better with them. A couple years, last year up at Oswego, despite the rough track, he ran really good. He was fast, and he ran good at Orange County a couple years ago, and he ran really good down at Bristol last year. It's ironic. One of the tracks he struggles at is Bridgeport, and that's the first race on the schedule. But he told me he likes the challenge. He ain't giving up.
Yeah, and that's good point there, Kenny. With back at Bristol last year, him and Waddy, they really surprised. I think both of us when we what was that Friday night? I think it was. They said they were up towards the front of their heats, and it kind of gave us some
Yep.
pride here. All right, our PA boys are going out there and beat these New York guys' ass a little bit. Obviously, it didn't transpire that in the feature, but still, it gave you a little bit of pride there and show, hey, you know what? Our guys are just as good as these New York guys between him and Waddy.
Yeah, no, they are, and they're catching up a little bit. And Mike told me when I interviewed him, earlier in the year at Motorsports and stuff, or right after Motorsports, when he made this announcement that his goal was he likes a challenge. He doesn't like to stay stale. As you can see, Mike's won multiple championships at different tracks. He likes to travel. He goes New Egypt one year, wins a championship. Grandview's won a championship. Big Diamond. Um, Orange County, he was good up there that year, and his goal was to be a better driver. And he told me, he said, "Look at Ryan Godown." He said 3 years ago when he ran the Super Dirt Car Series, it made him so much better of a driver, and that's what Mike's banking on. He runs different tracks against stiffer competition. Not that the short track Super Series it's pretty much the same competition anymore, but he's just hoping he'll be able to carry what he learns and make him a better all around driver. And luckily, he's got the car owner that'll allow him to do that.
Yeah, that's the big thing is that that car. But you mentioned Ryan Godown. What a start to the year he's had. I mean, again, that Super Dirt Car Series experience might be paying off because Elite Series win down Cherokee, looks strong at Cherokee, goes up, gets a win at Port Royal on that, and a great battle with Mikey, by the way. So it's kind of ironic there, but
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fantastic start for the year for Ryan Godown.
yeah. Ryan's off to a year like no other. I mean, he's won. I was looking through some of his stats, and a few years, or going back 7, 8 years ago, he won like the first 4 races at New Egypt one year, but it's never been a start like he has now with the competition he's racing against in these bigger races, and to win 30,000 in the first, over 30,000 the first 2 races, that's it's a hell of a start to the season. Some guys won't win that in a season, so he's off to a great start. He had a good fifth place finish in Orange County on a track that he told me he's not very comfortable there with the sail panels. With the windows on, he's okay. The sail panels, he wasn't too comfortable. And funny thing is, I texted him Sunday afternoon. I said, fifth place, is that the best you could do? I said, it's time to retire. And he texted me back. He said, yeah, you're right. So, but it, it's no, he's off to a great start. And, another driver off to a great start is Craig Von Doren. 2 for 2.
Mhm.
He's won over $15,000 in 2 races. So, these veteran guys are getting it done.
They sure are. One thing that's kind of striking me as odd is the kind of slow start here for Dwayne Howard.
Yeah, Dwayne's, then he ran Port Royal. They've only run 2 races all year. So they ran Port Royal and
True.
they had the brakes go. They had the brakes go on them in the Consi, and they didn't have time to fix it for the feature, so they just ran a few laps and put in. And then last week, they were really pumped for last week. I spent some time talking to Butch, and they're really pumped for last week. And then after, obviously, they were disappointed. Lap 5 or whatever it was, they had motor issues, and rod broke in the motor. Luckily, Dwayne shut it off before it did a lot of damage. But they were pretty bummed after the race because they had a lot of. Dwayne, they got a new car with bars this year for Grandview. Dwayne's more comfortable on that, and they got a new motor, an LJL Kevlar motor in there, which was really good at practice the week before. And they were bummed out that they only ran a few laps, but he knows they're fast. And Butch told him, he says, "I don't like to lose. I ain't giving up." So I know he took the motor up to Kevlar ready to be fixed, and they picked up another ability kid while he was up that way. So they'll be okay. But after 2 races, they're not happy after 2 races, but it's only 2 races, so I think they'll be okay. They'll be okay.
I think so too. I think it's going to be. We mentioned it last year around this time is that when he got the win at Grandview, and I took that picture in Victory Lane, just a relief on his face there. Do we see Dwayne Howard bounce back this year? You think there'll be a team to reckon with down the road here? Because we were at a review here. Is the big 3 going to be the big 3 this year, as they always are, or could somebody new come in there up on the hill? Like Kresley, he was just inches away from getting the championship last year.
Yeah, Kresley's going to be tough up there. The thing with Brett, he's always fast, and he's just got to finish more races. If he can get them, he'll get his wins, 5, 6 wins, 4, 5, 6, but he's got to finish the races in the top 5 or 10 that he doesn't win, and that's where he has his issues at. And I think it'll come in time. He gets better every year at that. And if Timmy Buckwater runs there all year, I think he's going to be someone to reckon with up there too.
Yes. Yeah, he looked insanely fast. And it's a shame, his race ended due to a flat tire there. But I don't know. I think Grandview is kind of an open book for literally anyone to come in and and fight for a title. I mean, obviously, Creighton looked really fast. We know he's not going to run there really every week. But at one point, I think he was, 24th, 22nd or 24th, all the way up to inside the top 10, which damn impressive for somebody who doesn't really run there frequently.
Yeah, he was up to 6 actually, and he was pressuring Kresley for 5th when he got he didn't even get a flat tire. He broke the rear gears, cracked the rear gears. But they were. He was happy but disappointed afterwards. I was talking to Craig and he came up and while I was interviewing Craig, and he's just saying, they were happy that the car ran so good. He just bummed out obviously that they didn't get the finish they thought they deserved. But the kid's fast. He'll be a person to reckon with down at Bridgeport, but Bridgeport's loaded with talent this year. So it's I don't think you're going to see Ryan go down getting 10 wins down there this year. He's going to get his share. Don't get me wrong, but with the talent they have at Bridgeport this year, it's going to be tough for anybody to get up there near double digits.
I agree with you, Kenny. I think Bridgeport, they might have probably. I know we always talk about Grandview on Saturday nights having the best modified field. I think Bridgeport's taking that over, honestly. You look at guys like go down Buffalo. Watt's going to be down there probably a good bit this year on Saturday nights. Both pouches are there this year. I think Bridgeport is going to be a very, very tough place to get a win this year. It's going to be they're going to be fighting and clawing this year for wins down there. It's not going to be a Ryan go down show at all.
No. I mean, you're going to see guys with 4 or 5 wins, but it's going to be tough down there. And the the rivalries with Pouches and Go Down and Buffalino. Danny Buck's going to be there every week. It's going to be some good battles down here. I don't get a chance to go a lot on Saturday nights, but I really want to make some shows down there at Bridgeport on Saturday night this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been down there to see the new configuration yet, so I'm definitely has my interest peaked. And this year might be the year to do it with all those, like you said, rivalries and the names that they have coming to race there every week.
Yeah, it's going to be a good track to race at for sure. And hey, New Egypt had a good race last year. I mean, you look at the 3 tracks that raced last year or last Saturday night. 3 tracks, 3 different states, and there were over 140 modifieds signed in for action at all 3 tracks. That's amazing because all you keep hearing about is that we can't get this, we can't get that, and then there's 140 modifieds on a Saturday night, split up over 3 different tracks. That to me that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, and that doesn't even
I was
count the
just gonna bring
sportsmen that
up.
were in attendance.
No, it's not even counting
Yeah.
the crates.
Like that's just the
that's
big
just the
blocks, small
modifieds.
blocks.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I literally, I was
So
just about ready to bring that up too, Kenny, because we were talking with Tammy Long about that last week on how, you have over 140, 150 cars between in a 2-hour radius basically, and it's awesome
yeah,
to see it, but yet all places are paying good money. I even New Egypt, I didn't even know what. I think it might have been a regular show for them on Saturday night, but still, you still had 37 cars at their opener and modifieds. Like,
yeah,
obviously Bridgeport was off, which kind of helped, I think, but still,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fantastic to see on everywhere right now. You hit the nail on the head. People are saying you can't get this, can't get that, but still, 140 cars, 150 cars between 3 tracks. I'll take that every week. I'll take that every freaking
No,
week.
that's amazing. And New Egypt was 40 laps, 4,000 to win for it was their cabin fee for 40.
So that's good
But
money.
and it's good money, and it was a good race. And I'll tell you what, and we just got some really good young drivers down there this year. They might have lost Pouch, they might have lost Gular, but and that's gonna hurt them. Probably it'll hurt them in the stands. But they still got Lawback, Van Horn, the Grasso. Uh, plus they got new drivers coming up. Anthony Tramontana. He had a top 5 last year. He's a rookie. He had a top 5 last week. Justin Grasso had a top 5 last week. And there's a couple other ones, Paul Mancini, I think, and Jack Butler's racing down there this year. So they got some good young talent in Norwegian. They might have not the established stars that some of the other tracks have, but they got some really good young talent down there. And I'm looking forward to getting down there a couple times and see some of them young kids race.
Yeah, absolutely. I think modifieds are in good hands. Delaware, even good car towns, Georgetown, and I'm really looking forward to see Del. I know it's against you guys on Friday night, but I think that's the best thing Delaware National could have done. Go to Friday night and have that Saturday night rain date. For as many races as they've had rained out, I think that's the best thing they could have done. Honestly, they almost had to go do that.
Yeah, I think they raced like 8 races last year. That was it. It was unbelievable how much it rained on Saturdays down there. And then obviously they work with Georgetown real well. They work together when Georgetown is racing and their Friday night, Delaware will be off. So I think that was a great thing for them. Plus it allows guys that like I think Jordan Watson, Joseph Watson, to race at Bridgeport on Saturday nights now. And it was an all around. It was a good thing for them for Delaware to do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, all right, Kenny, we're going to let you get rolling here, too, because we got a hard off here in about 10 minutes. Chris got some iRacing to go on here, but thank you so much for coming on, my friend. Where can everyone find information both finding your articles and also Big Diamond?
Well, you can check out Big Diamond's Facebook page. That's where Jake posts most of the stuff there on their Facebook page, and Casey puts stuff on his page, and then Dirt. You can follow me on @DirtRaceFan25 on Twitter, for results and stuff, and I actually do a lot of tweeting for Dirt Track Digest website, so I do all their stuff on the weekend. So if you're looking for race results, you can go to @DTDMike on Twitter for all race results, and then you can find my columns and everything on DirtTrackDigest.com. And occasionally, we'll do some videos, and I hope to get more into videos this year, and get Bert to help me out sometimes, and we help each other out, so that's good. We work together good. So because my arms are too short to do the video by myself. So, but yeah, it's
We need to get
it's
you
gonna
a
be a
selfie
good
stick,
year in the
man.
modifieds. I can't wait. Yeah, I know. I get the season started, Big Diamond. Hopefully, we'll get it in because we've been we haven't got an opener now in 5 years. It's
Yes.
the opener's either rained out or the one year was COVID, obviously. But other than that, the opening night at Big Diamond is rained out or been postponed 5 years in a row. So
Is the
that's
last
crazy.
opener
But I hope
that was at Big Diamond? Was that Sunday afternoon race? No, that's 5. No, 5 years. No, that
I
wasn't the
think
Sunday
so.
afternoon
The
race.
one where the big crash.
Yeah,
That was
that's
the one with the
longer
Yeah,
big
than that.
crash, right? In the turn one
I think that
when nobody could
Kenny.
see.
I think we're talking 2015, if not 20.
That might be. Yeah, you might
Yeah,
be
it's
right.
it's been a while.
it's been a minute since
Yeah.
that crash. Yeah,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
oh
That,
god,
that
That
was a
the
nice
sun
one. Yeah.
blinding
Ooh.
you down the front stretch, plus
Yep.
the dust, and it was just a
it,
perfect chaos.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah. That
love
lap car
daytime
broke
racing,
and
but
Lawback had
that.
nowhere to go.
I love
But
daytime
no,
racing, but that's the consequences of racing.
yeah, exactly. So, but I appreciate you guys having me on, and anytime you need somebody to hop on, talk modified, you know where to go.
And Kenny, if you ever need help with an interview or anything like that, you give me a holler. We give any of us a holler, buddy. We'll gladly help you out, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right, Kenny. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. If not, we'll see you next week for Money in the Mountains.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, buddy. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, thanks,
Thanks, guys,
Ken.
gentlemen. Kenny Bruce on the Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel Hotline, sending off there. Literally, folks. I mean, we have some great writers over here on National Race Network as well. Mark Hackett does a phenomenal job, but Kenny Bruce, literally one of the great guys in this sport, and I will always love the good back and forth we always have. Always helps each other out, and yeah, that's one of the great guys. I mean, been doing some really great stuff for Big Diamond as well, helping up their game as well. And I feel like Big Diamond really is on the up this year, Adam. I think we're going to be in for a really, really good year out here in the Skook.
Yeah, absolutely. 50th anniversary season. I think they have a lot planned. Like we hit on earlier, I'm really looking forward to that Super Dirt Car Series race. We'll be able to see 410s there again this year because we're not going to Knoxville. I mean, it sucks we're not going to Knoxville, but I was kind of bummed in a way that
Yes, I was too.
we missed 410s back
But
home after.
it played
That's what
out
we've been begging
okay.
for.
It played out okay though, because unfortunately they only got
It
12
did.
cars there. But Mother Nature, kind of forced the hand there on that one. But
Yeah,
it was a really good
yeah.
race for 12 cars. But there's two 410 shows this year, Tuesday night. So that's a good day for them. So you're going to get your big hitters probably for that race. It's good. So that's looking forward to. Of course, at Knoxville, if it doesn't rain like it did last year, you're going to be okay. They'll get a good car count because Clinton kind of did very well. URC were there twice this year. First time in May, I believe we're back there on the Friday Night Speed Week opens up. And last year for the Friday Night Speed Week open up, we pulled 24 cars for that. So you're going to get some good 360 racing there for our sprint car fans out there. Of course, USAC East Coast coming back. Really wish they got USAC back. That was a fun race to watch last year on the first Houston Storm. You had that. You go, obviously, super late models up there. So, as you said, a little bit for everything. But, of course, next week for the Cracker, paying $12,000 to win. That is awesome. I love Money in the Mountains. It's always been one of my favorite races of the early season races. Big money, big games coming down here. And, yeah, we're going to see a lot of that. So, all right, let's wrap this puppy up because we got to be off in about 3 minutes. Ask your questions that you always do at the end of the show.
First off, Colt Harris, it's been a long time since 2015, all right? A lot of alcohol consumed. In my defense, I have a hard time remembering what happened in 2015. But who you got?
All right. Let's see here. This
Rapid
weekend,
fire.
Rapid fire. This weekend, I'll say Sweet gets a win. Marks gets another win. I'll go with our URC opener. I know I got to be impartial on this one. I think one of our URC guy gets a win. I think they beat the 410 guys that are coming in. So I'll go with that one. I say Raymer gets a win somewhere again. I think Big Diamond opener goes to Howard. And yeah, and Lucas Oil race goes to Kyle Larson.
Timmy McCready for Lucas Oil, Ryan Watt, Big Diamond. Double D picks up a win at the Grove if we race tomorrow night. He might also back to back at Lincoln, so I'm gonna take Double D for the first part of the weekend. Think Justin Peck might steal the win at Baps if we race, or if he races. Ryan Taylor is going to win at Port Royal with URC. Logan Wagner picks up his second win of the season. God, did I get everything? Oh, Grandview. Strunk.
Yeah, Grandview.
Strunk picks Grandview.
I'll take Strunk at Grandview, but I will take McCready on Saturday at Hagerstown. I'll take McCready Saturday.
Ooh, I forgot about Hagerstown. I'm going to double up on McCready. He sweeps the weekend.
Okay. And I'll say if he does run, I will say Kyle Reinhardt wins at Baps.
There you go.
On that one. All right, folks, there's our rapid fire. Of course, we'll figure out where Big Sexy and I will be. I won't be anywhere tomorrow night. Big Sexy might be somewhere tomorrow night, hopefully. But Saturday, up in Port Royal, URC opens up. Can't wait for that. Back in the booth with that one for URC. Of course, we're on board with the Wegger Livestock 410s and the PA Sprint Series 305s as well. Looking forward to get back up there. Open up our season hopefully on Saturday. Sunday, Batchkey probably. We'll be down there for opener. Or maybe Port Royal for Lucas Oil. We'll see where everything leads up. Yeah, so that's going to do it for the Highside Hustle because Chris got to get off do some iRacing. Chris, real quick, what's on National Racing Network?
Yeah, it helps if I hit the right button. Coming up tonight, it will be the Ezra IndyCar Series at 8:30, Indy Pro 2000 at 10:15, Fuel Series back Monday night, 8:35, and Tuesday night, TNT Series at 8:55 in the East.
Beautiful. There it is. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of the Highside Hustle. Once again, thanks to 34 Motorsports for a great ticker down below. Of course, Erin Noel from the Tezo All-Star Circuit of Champions, and Kenny Bruce from Dirt Track Digest, and Big Diamond joins us on the Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel Hotline. Of course, thanks to Finches Meat Market for Big Sexy Adam News and Notes, where nobody beats for meat like Finch. And also Hot Shoe Racewear for this badass flag. Alan Grace did a great job on that. So we will let you know about a show next week, folks, as next URC is at Bloomsburg. So may not have a show. We'll figure something out there. And the following Thursday, All-Stars are at Bloomsburg. So we'll figure out shows formats from there. So at the National Racing Network, our great producer, Chris Graham, Big Sexy Adam. Right, my name is Bert Wojcik. Keep on hustling, folks. We'll see you guys next time on the Highside Hustle. Enjoy the races.